Hello, everyone. Welcome to our class. It is nice to see you all. Our theme for our class is releasing emotional stress, trauma in our mind and body. Now, our topic is on PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, in our jobs, it has definitely become a lot more stressful. We're taking on more, we're feeling it more, and yes, we can develop PTSD. And it could be a secondary trauma that we're experiencing, picking up something. It could be cumulative. I can't even say the word, but it could be continuing to happen, which then causes us burnout, and it keeps building up in our mind and our body. So this is definitely something that I am hearing about that is happening more as our jobs become a lot more stressful. People continue to go through different things. We're working through with people too. The same thing. How is it impacting us in our mind and body? So with all that being said, how are we going to be able to release this stress in our mind and body, this trauma that we may be carrying? So yes, we can be talking to somebody, but research has shown that yoga actually is very beneficial for helping us through. So sitting in a comfortable pose for yourself, going to be an easy pose right now. And I just cross my legs the opposite way because usually I have my other leg in front. So maybe you want to do that too, just so that you can balance out both sides. And taking your hands, letting them rest into your knees, place your thumb to your middle finger and just feel that nice touch right here, a gentleness. Now, this is an important piece here too. I want you to know that as we move forward together in this yoga community, we are here, we're supporting each other. That is a really, really, really big piece of being able to release trauma. If you are not feeling support, or maybe there's a lack of training to help you feel safe, secure in your workplace, that may be a reason that the trauma is occurring also. So knowing that when we come together, this is where you're receiving that support for yourself. Your eyes are closed. You can open up your eyes and release your fingers and open up your hands. Place your hands to your heart center and then just do a nice little gentle brush. I'm going to let go of our hands into lightness. And your hands open. Take your hands down by the side of the body, and here we'll have our windshield wiper of our knees. So open up your legs wider than the shoulders and windshield wiper knees side to side here. And take your legs forward. Sitting up nice and tall, remove the fleshy part from your sits bones. And when we're sitting up nice and tall, draw your toes up towards the sky too. And I want you to start to feel that confidence into your physical body as you sit up tall. I want you to feel that lift up through the pelvic floor muscles, the lift and the draw up just below your belly button towards your spine. Feel how you are supported in your physical body here. With our inhale, we'll take our arms up overhead. With our exhale, you can dive forward. Now I want you to let yourself go. Being aware, creating that mindfulness, feeling grounded in these poses are really, really useful to help us calm our nervous system, release stored trauma. We come out with our forward fold with an inhale, drawing your arms overhead again, and the exhale, float them down, nice and gentle. Take your legs into butterfly pose here. Feet together with an inhale breath, sitting up nice and tall, and the exhale breath, moving forward again, and then just feeling an opening into our inner thighs here. Your head hangs. Feel how your lower back, it softens. Inhale breath coming out. And our exhale breath, taking the legs forward again. Now this time, we'll move into a sage pose with crossing our right leg over top of the left leg, sitting up nice and tall. Your left leg may remain straight or bend through that knee. And then keeping your sits bones down towards the ground again. If you find that you're really lifting up through the hip, you can just have that left leg straight. Take your right hand down towards the ground. With an inhale breath, reach up towards the sky with our left arm. And then the exhale breath, take your elbow onto the outside of the knee, or you're going to take your hand. And then inhale breath, sit up nice and tall. Exhale breath, twisting towards the right, looking over your shoulder. What do you see in the distance? Do you see a pathway, your journey? Maybe it's a pathway on the beach, looking ahead. With your exhale breath coming out of the twist, maybe a little twist to the other side first, and then releasing, taking both of those legs forward again and feel that balance. Maybe you can give them a little shake. Okay, into our other side, take your left leg, cross it over top of the right leg. Now with an inhale breath, you can sit up tall here, keeping your right leg straight, or you're gonna bend that knee, right leg. Okay, so inhale, draw your right arm up, and then exhale, take your elbow, your hand onto the outside of the knee and add your twist. Inhale, sitting up tall. Your spine is moving and then holding in that spiral. Feel your fingers shooting energy out. With the exhale breath, make your way out of the twist and a little twist to the other side. And we release, taking again both legs forward and just straighten them out again. We balance into our cow face pose. This time we take the right leg, cross it over top, of the left leg. Our goal is to have our knees stacked over top of each other. So with our knees stacked over each other, that's the goal. You can place your hands down to your ankles. You can have them supported on your knees. Where would you like them? We're just holding, opening up through our hips, our spine, lower back. So we're just getting into the lower body here first. With an inhale breath, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale breath, feel a little bit more of a release into your pelvis. Now, without coming out of our cow face pose, take our arms up. And now take your right arm underneath of the left arm, and we're going to twist them around each other, holding on to your hands. They can just be brought together as the goal. With an inhale, lift up, and exhale, draw your arms down and shoulders soft. Looking through your third eye is between your eyebrows. Do you see in the distance again? Do you still see that pathway, your journey? Do you see it as calm? And how can you come to that place that your surroundings are peaceful? With an exhale breath, coming out with your arms, and then releasing your hands down towards the ground, coming out of the twist with your legs, taking your legs forward, and then giving them a shake, shake, shake. Into our other side. Now, instead of having the right leg crossing over top, we have the left leg crossing over top. So you're going to cross over top of the legs. And I'm so sorry, I never gave you this option, but your right leg can be straight, and then the left leg is crossing over top. And you can sit like that. Both knees don't need to be bent. And then you can sit. Finding if that works for you. Now, where are your hands? Be resting them. Do you notice if one side may be tighter than the other? Let's add our arms. Now take your arms up, floating them up. We take our left arm underneath of our right and then just wrap them around each other and hold onto your hands if that works for you. With an inhale breath, draw up, and exhale breath, release and shoulders soften, holding this pose. Once again, looking through your third eye. Releasing out of your pose, we unwrap our arms, taking them down, and then uncrossing your legs, and we take those legs forward, and then a little shake, shake, shake. Nice. Bending through the knees, moving to cat-cow. So with cat-cow, into your spine is helping us to release. We'll hold the poses too, but right now let's move into a flowing movement. So slide your shoulder blades down, engage below your belly button, engage your bandha, energy lock below the belly button, and inhale into cow. Through our tailbone, we draw up, and then exhale, big arch for your cat. Continue flowing through these two poses with the breath. Are you able to go to right to the end of your breath with your inhale? Are you able to exhale to the end? With your exhale breath, continue. See if you can hear your breath now. Finding your neutral spine. Now, big cat stretch. We shall hold it. And I want you to just push, push, push up and breathe and hold. Coming out, finding your neutral spine again. And now without overextending into our lower back, drawing your tailbone up and into cow and looking up. Maybe you see you're looking up to the edge of the wall, ceiling in the wall. How is your throat? And finding your neutral spine again. And stepping forward with your right hand, left hand into our puppy pose, forearms coming down. Keep your hips right over top of those knees. Let your forehead rest. Let everything settle. Let everything just go here. Making your way out, stepping back into all fours here with an inhale breath. Let's get into the upper body now. We sweep our right arm up. We can add a little twist here, opening up, and then exhale breath, threading the needle between your left arm and knee and let the head rest. You can take your left arm forward and pointing your thumb up towards the sky. Coming out of the twist, you can take your left arm back and then inhale, and we open up through our right arm, and then exhale. Place your hand down. Okay, let's get into our other side for the shoulders. With an inhale breath, take your left arm up to shoulder height or maybe further and add the twist. And then exhale, threading the needle towards the right side now. Let that head rest. Would you like to take the right arm forward, pointing your thumb up towards the sky? Coming out, take your hand back, and then inhale, taking your arm back up, and then that exhale breath. Take your hand back down into our child's pose. Doing child's pose, however you like. Uncurl the toes, sit back into the heels, and then set yourself up. Maybe your knees are forward or turned out to your mat. And then just taking your upper body forward. Would you like to have your arms forward or beside the body here? You're choosing. Are you able to push yourself back into your heels a little bit more? And coming out now. Back to all fours here. And then with our feet, take your toes down towards the ground and then just do a little tap, tap, tapping with your feet. Beautiful. Step forward with the right hand, step forward with the left hand into downward facing dog and alternate knee bends. Let's open up into another twist. So you can be on the balls of your feet here and then step one foot out to the edge of your mat. You can have your second toe on the edge of the mat and then your second toe of your other foot on the other edge. Maybe you're going to walk your hands back a little bit further. Just see how you do here. With an inhale breath, hold. With an exhale breath, take your right hand, place it onto the left ankle and pull yourself under. So you're going to bend through that right elbow, pull yourself under. So you're going to look underneath your armpit. Coming out with your inhale breath, take your hand back. Okay, into our other side. Inhale, hold. Exhale, twist to the other side. So hold on with your left hand to the ankle and look underneath. Pull yourself under. So I'm going to pull myself under and then I'm going to look underneath my armpit. Coming out and take your hand back. Okay, stepping both of your feet in and then take your knees down back into child's pose and maybe another type of a child's pose. Maybe your arms by the side of the body this time. So you're going to place a little pressure onto those wrists and just let them sink. Feel your big toes touching each other. Feel how your bottom sits back into your heels a little bit more. Now coming out of child's pose, back to all fours, and then we'll move into a lunge here. So into a lunge, you can come yourself or with me for downward facing dog. So step forward, the right hand, left hand, downward facing dog. And here you have, you can be on the balls of your feet and three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Three-legged dog, bend through the knee and step between your hands. Okay. Now we have our low lunge here. Take your knee down towards the ground. Then we're going to scooch the legs a little bit further apart from each other. Feel your shoulders soften. If it's a little bit too much for your wrists, you can make fists and then just hold. Now, let's encourage each other by using our breath with an inhale, opening up, breathing into areas that are a little bit tighter, and the exhale breath, sink those hips. Going right to the end of your inhale and exhale breath again. Now coming out, take your knee back off of the ground, and with your exhale breath, push back to downward facing dog. Maybe you're alternating knees here, and then three-legged dog. Left leg lifts, and then bend through the knee and step between your hands. Okay, hold here. Now take that knee down, and do need to adjust right now so that your legs aren't as close together, you can scooch the back, or maybe you want a little bit more of an opening into the pelvis. How is your pelvis doing here? Now, some of you have heard me say this before, that we hold a lot, especially women, we hold a lot in our pelvis. So let's let it sink, let it go. And we can think about different things that may be happening around the pelvis area, why that is a little bit more of an area to focus on as a woman. And coming out, we lift our knee up, and then with an exhale breath, push back. And now from downward facing dog, bend through the knees. And maybe you want to do puppy pose again, or you're going to come into child's pose. I'm going to let you choose here. So just finding which one is calling for you right now to do, and let the forehead rest. Maybe if you're in puppy pose, instead of having your toes down towards the ground, you can uncurl the toes, let them sink. Now coming out, taking both hands down towards the ground here, and come over towards the side of the body, and then turn to face me. Okay. Now you can come on an angle too. Now I'll come on an angle, but just so you can see me both ways. So with both legs that are in front here, you can sit in easy pose to set yourself up. It is baby cradle that we're making our way into. A lot of times we do baby pose, so down on our back, but now we're going to do it seated. Now with our hold here for baby cradle, we're not going to let our foot sickle to one side or the other. That means bend. So you're going to hold on to your ankle, and then hold on to the outside of the knee, and lift your leg up. So where would you like your left leg to be when we're doing this? So I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and then draw one leg in. So this is, you can think of it, happy baby. You turn your knee out, and then draw your leg in. A little bit different here. Coming out of our baby cradle, we release, and then you can take your legs forward and then just give them a shake. And then into the other side. So bending through the right knee, and then draw the left leg up, hold your ankle here, finding where it's okay for you to hold. You can do a little movement too if you want, and then you can hold the pose and draw your leg in towards the chest. And coming out and release. Take those legs forward and then give them a shake, shake, shake. Okay, next, roll over to your side and then sitting so that your toes are down towards the ground and then you can sit onto your heels. I'm going to be a little cut off right now, but you can see the idea right here. We lift up, so we're not going to worry about, okay, I can't see your head because it is okay right now to not see it. So we lift up, our tailbone is down. I draw below my belly button in. And placing our hands to the small of our back and our fingers are pointed down. We open up to our shoulders, so just draw your shoulders back. Now for our camel pose, which this is, we can take our hands down to our heels. Now elongating through the spine, so continue to elongate through the small of your back and lift your chest up towards the sky, coming into a back bend. Looking ahead, what do you see? Coming out of camel pose, the opposite way, and then you can sit into hero pose if that works for your knees. So sitting so that you're sitting on your heels. You can also sit on a block too, because sometimes this pose does not work for the tops of our feet, our knees. You can sit in another pose. Now into a hero pose, we're going to have the heels of our hands into our hip crease right here and sitting up. And breathe. Use your breath. Inhale, feeling areas that are tight. Exhale, breath. Softening. Releasing now out of this pose. Take your hands down and coming out. Let's do a counter pose. So taking those legs forward now here. And give them a shake, shake, shake. Let's come back to that forward bend that we started with. Remove the fleshy part from your sits bones and with an inhale breath, sitting up. And remember how confident we were. We sat up nice and tall, our toes pointed to the sky, and we reached up and we knew, I've got this. Inhale, draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, breath. Letting go, we release. Let your head soften. We're letting go in our physical body, in our mind, everything that does not serve us. With an inhale breath, we make our way out. Your arms may come overhead. And that exhale, release and floating. Rolling those shoulders back. And sit however you like now. You can be an easy pose. Crossing your right arm across the body here. We sit it tall and cross your arm. And then release. And then crossing your arm across your chest for the other side. And then release. Now, did you notice for the front upper body, anything here? into your pecs, into the shoulders. Let's loosen up this area right here too. We've got into the back. Now think about where are we holding this stress right now? Maybe it is into your upper back, yeah, like me. Upper back. Maybe you're just holding it into those shoulders. So let's do lovely opening right here. So come back to all fours. And we step out with our left hand just a little bit further away from the shoulder. So instead of our hand wrist being directly into the shoulder, it's a little bit out. With an inhale breath, now our right arm sweeps up like it did before for that twist. And the exhale breath, come down, but we're not threading the needle. We're just gonna draw the arm straight down towards the ground and drawing your shoulder down, turning your head the opposite way. My hand is flat down towards the ground. Inhale, breath, coming out of the twist. Take your arm up and then exhale down. Okay, into our other side. So that same idea. Step your right hand out. That's nice. I want you to be able to see this too. So I'm just gonna step it a little bit further here. And then inhale, sweep your left arm up, add a twist. And the exhale breath, draw down, and then your shoulder comes down towards that ground, head turning the opposite way. Now is one shoulder and then the other. How is it getting it down onto the ground? So this is right now, we're doing a little prep pose before we come into a deeper opening into our shoulder. We're going to do one more prep pose after this. So coming out with an inhale breath and the exhale breath, we'll be just placing it down and then moving over to front side of, sitting onto your bottom here. Okay, again, we cross those legs in front. Take your right arm behind your back. Now we're going to open up through that shoulder. Take your left arm and then just place it across your shoulder. And then we're going to open up into our neck also. Tipping your left ear to the shoulder. We breathe. We are aware, we are mindful of how we move through our physical body. How we are able to guide our mind, our physical body. Help us to release everything that does not serve us. With an inhale breath, we draw our head back up. An exhale breath, releasing your arms. And then now we switch sides. Taking your left arm behind, palms turned towards the back. Press your right arm over the shoulder. Press your right arm over so your hand rests on the shoulder. With an inhale breath, sit up tall. And then the exhale breath, tipping your right ear to the shoulder. And we soften. Knowing that we can let go. Maybe you're in a space right now that you see decorative pieces that have lines on them. Maybe those lines are going in one direction. You're going in different directions. What is your path, your journey open? What colors give you the feeling of calm? You think of nature. Take your head back up and then releasing your arms back to the side. Now, moving into a little bit of a bigger opening into our shoulder with a twist. Coming to the front of your body, taking your arms forward. Now, this is frog pose with our twist on the back. So we're in the front of our body here first, though. So frog pose, we lift the right knee up to the right armpit. And then lift up, push up on your forearms, take your left arm and place it underneath of your right side here. So threading the needles we did before, and then windmill left arm up and over. And now we're getting into the shoulder. You can have your left arm straight if you so desire, or you can have your elbow bent. You can take your left hand onto the outside of the right knee. You can also add one more thing of turning your head opposite way of your knee. A lot's happening here. We're getting into our spine. Opening up through the side of our body. Upper body. Use your breath to help soften your shoulder a little bit more. Come out of the twist. So just nice and slow. Take that arm back and then back to the front of your body into the other side. Okay, into the other side. Take your knee up into your armpit. Come onto the forearms. So now opposite, right arm. Threading the needle towards the left side and then windmill. Left arm up and over. Now, opening, when you open up through the shoulder here, if you notice your shoulder's not coming down all the way, place a pillow under your shoulder or your block. Would you like to hold on to the outside? Gently rest your right hand on the outside of the knee. Coming out of the twist, take your head back to center. Take your arm back to center. Coming out. And now crocodile pose. Uncurl those toes. Bring your arms up. Let your forehead rest onto the backs of your hands. Coming out of crocodile pose. Yes, I'm still here. Just held that for a little longer and back
to child's pose. Just stepping back and let yourself hold here. And now coming out forward to the side of your body and come into lying down onto your back. And we did our baby pose when we were upright. Let's do our baby pose right now. So happy baby, take one knee, other knee into the chest. Turn your knees out into your armpits. Now, holding onto your ankles or outside of your feet, outside edges, rock side to side. Hold your center. Let your knees splay open a little bit more. Feel how your inner thighs open up a little bit more. And draw now your knees back. Ooh, what does that feel like? Back to your center. We have it's a nice hug here, cradle. Not baby cradle, but cradle. And then take your legs up the wall, point and flex the feet. Hold your feet flex, push your heels up to the sky. Bend through the knees. Now take your knees in. Now, knees coming up and over to the right side. This is our twist, which we already had. And our arms, it was different just how we moved to get into this twist that we actually already did. This is a simpler version for being able to open up through the shoulder a little bit more here without having to think, oh my goodness, my shoulder's really not getting down as much, or maybe it's not as deep. Turning your head back towards the center. Take your arm back and use the strength within your center with it. Draw your knees back up into the other side. So the reason why that this pose is a little bit gentler is because both knees are bent this time. You can take your arms again in line with your shoulders. You can bend those elbows, turn your head the opposite way. Maybe you want to have your left hand onto the outside of the right knee. Taking your head back to center, draw the knees back towards the center, and we hold. We take those legs back up, point and flex. Bend those knees again. Beautiful. Soften into your lower back. Take one foot down, the other foot down here. Okay. Our final pose, Shavasana. Maybe here you will have your knees bent or legs straight. You could also have your legs up the wall. And before you come into Shavasana, maybe you're going to place a blanket over top of your body, just to stay warm. Now, it's not unusual too that when you come into Shavasana, maybe you feel a little bit more emotion, or you could feel a little bit vulnerable. Just noticing we've done lots of releasing into our physical body to help release that trauma. We've worked through different visuals to help our mind release. And now, once again, as release into your physical body, it helps to release your mind. In Shavasana, we squeeze our glutes and then let them release to help soften into our pelvis a little bit more. If your arms are a little bit further away from the body, just notice maybe that you're feeling maybe a little bit more open right now. Close your eyes. Lips part, facial muscles soften, and we let go. Let go. Through your arms, let them sink. Feel your legs. Let go. I will call you back when it is time. slowly starting to come back. Maybe here, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you sigh and release a little bit more negative energy that we do not need. Shifts through the body. If you're lying on your back, bending one knee, bending the other knee, taking your right arm overhead and rolling over to your right side. Hold fetal for a moment and then make your way up. Comfortable position for yourself. Placing your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment and see your path, your journey. Just you walking along a pathway that is calm. Your surroundings are calm. Nothing else surround you but your pathway. Your pathway could be on a beach, a trail, somewhere where your heart takes you. We open up our eyes. Thank you for joining me to help us to release this emotional stress that we may be carrying, to be able to come to this calm place again, your body and mind. Namaste.